you've mentioned and you've made some salient points on this space, talking about professionalism. And it's been one of the things we lack so much in our industry. Exactly what do you mean if you say we lack professionalism? Is it the people? Is it that we don't understand the industry? Is it the resource people? Or is it the structures like organizations that will help build the industry itself? Is it the people? Or what is it? Exactly what do you mean by we lack professionalism in our system? And if you don't mind, if I can add this one too, I see we are doing good music, but it's still finding it difficult to penetrate out there. I mean, for once, when I saw Jamaicans jamming to your On God songs, I was so happy. I mean, the videos they were making back to back, they never knew this song is from Ghana, and you could see the excitement. How do we have a unified front? Okay, to make sure we take our music, we invade into the homes of other African countries and other continents with our songs. At least you've had experience to be there. How do we invade other people's with one front? You think is possible?
I think I thank you very much for this question. And first I will tackle the professionalism side. Then I'll just quote and unquote put it that is the people. You see, we have a role to play as industry people. If you are not educated around being an industry person, then I don't think you should come here and waste some people like us, our time, to be discussing issues that won't bring development. That's why most of the times I'm just pissed with, most platforms when everybody's just talking anyhow. I also want to talk in the same, or with the same energy. You get me? That is our problem when it comes to an industry. The politicians don't have that problem. So we see them like rich people. But we have that problem. Okay. And for years, we don't want to change from that problem. But we have the upper hand more than the politicians themselves. Do you know the Minister of Education in America? No, I don't want you to know. I'm not just asking. I just want you to know. I don't want you to mention name or find out. I'm just asking you.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
Yeah, you understand. But maybe if I ask you, who is the MP for maybe so and so constituency, you can tell me now.
Yeah.
You see, we've been educated so much by the politicians, but we've not educated the politicians about our work. And if the government accepts what we are doing, that is where the people will also follow what we are doing. But the government doesn't understand what we are doing. So the people are scattered all over, divided, that we can't even get them to even support what we are doing. So that takes me to how a song on God. I was listening to Fire Six. I watch his YouTube videos a lot when I miss, my editions. So I was listening to one of them, and it was like, they make somebody think you will take poo poo go international. You go poo poo go international.
You go poo
poo. Poo poo international.
You know it's small.
Yeah, and you see, it will only happen like that because Shatta has been preaching about one thing: stop the mess and let's unify this thing and take it to the world. You see, when you watch all over the world, people are following their sequence. Like when you watch America, they are following the R&Bs, they are following the hip hop, they are following whatever, cool, blues, everything. The music is on a course. But when you come here, our beats are scattered. That is one, even. That's why it's not even working. Everybody wants to play some kind of beat to show that he brought this beat out. Everybody wants to prove a point of being a musician. And this confusion has been there for long. So for us to understand that, okay, what is making this guy enter this space? Okay, why don't we follow the same sequence so we cannot enter this space? We always have the opportunities coming over, but we don't take it serious. So that is where the problem is. That, okay, how can we come together and push an agenda to get our music in the forefront? But because if we can't get it there, what is the problem? And that is what you are asking me right now. And you see, that problem is not Shatta Wale alone to solve. It's a mindset problem. For people to sit down and ask that, so how did Shatta Wale got a feature with Beyonce? Even with the beats that we and Beyonce used, if Ghanaians should have taken that thing upon themselves and go like, oh, Shatta, go do this Beyonce to come. Shatta have some publication we do about, we being original and finding a genre to our music. Okay, why don't you take advantage of this Beyonce's trend and style of beat to follow it and even see if we can enter this market? But somebody will suggest, and another person will say, Shatta is not good. Let us follow this person. Has this person been there before? No. So you see, we have like a huge problem here. And that's where, sometimes when I sit down, I see questions like this, like, these are people that are asking questions. But for all you know, Shatta Wale has a solution. But oh no, Shatta Wale doesn't pen 70. And so we will all be there like that. And, Shatta will be enjoying whatever he has to enjoy. And, even though the cake is not too big, at least nobody's eating the cake with me. So I'm okay.
You didn't feel like if you alone fight?
Yes. And see, war is such that why do we fight wars? We fight war to gain peace.
Yeah.
One person has to surrender. But if you are watching Shatta Wale and the industry right now, the interval with me and Ghana music industry is too far. When I start talking, somebody will tell me that I'm bragging. But bro, tell me, in the whole Ghana music industry, why not Rolls Royce? What must I say? And Rolls Royce, and you see, sometimes, let us be real. Like, please, sometimes the reality is what is my problem. And I tell people, when you start speaking the truth, you start getting haters. Because one hater will wake up because he has not bought a Rolls Royce. Now, so what is Rolls Royce? No, it is not anything. Rolls Royce won't take it to heaven. But see the achievements of life. Sometimes we have to watch the reality side of it. The things that I'm doing to myself is just to showcase where I'm from. The amount of Jamaicans that see me like a proper millionaire artist is crazy.
Wow.
But in Ghana, they don't want to accept it that, like, Ghana is a millionaire. Charlie Shatta checking it. Properties. Charlie Genja is Akasanana. In fact, Ghana or EBB. Nobody wants to think like that. And it's very painful when I'm talking about realities and people are saying it like it's bragging, it's this. Then I'll just be in my corner and be running my things myself, because there's a whole lot of music knowledge around this thing that we can benefit and gain and get more money from. But the mindset is not there. And that's why I'll come back to you again and say, it's the people in the industry. And it's not the fans, but the people that say they run the industry. Because, bro, if I did it right now, if any radio presenter get Rolls Royce, that radio presenter, me and good, they have communication every day because he get my mindset on. If any radio presenter, if he can buy a house for my day for Trasako, I go say, no, this radio presenter, me and good, yeah, because he think like me, because if we buy house in millions of dollars, no be like play, but when you're talking about this thing, they say, Nandina Shatta Wale or Braggis and is be a long way by. No, what are they talking? Maybe your mind is too shallow to understand what I'm saying. Because we are here to make it. We are not here to lose. Right now, if they say Ghana music, go and fight Nigerian music. the video will come and play a song that a DJ at the same place will mix with Whiskey song, that the same DJ will mix with Burna Boy songs, and the jam will be on point. But here, Shetawale will go and perform maybe Bupa, and I expect maybe another artist to come and play maybe some song in the sequence of Bupa. No, you will spoil the party. Whose pussycat is doing me out there?
Maybe small.
You understand me? So that's where we are.
Yeah.
You know. So I feel saying maybe if you have anything to add today, but me I feel that is a problem we have. Is the people around the music industry. You know, they are not making us, you know, get educated with the business and move in the way we have to move.
Right, bless up, Titi Banafo. It's like that. Next, Kwekumafo. Kwekumafo, your internet be somewhere, you know.
Usually when you talk from London, it take 3 minutes to catch you. So that's for them.
You know, we small. Kwekumafo, you be speaker now. Kwekumafo. Lower left corner to unmute your body. Kwekumafo, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blocked. Remove. Fast. Right. Prince Osei. Prince Osei, you be speaker now. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, I think that's an opportunity. Yeah, Shota. Yeah, I want to find out, what do you make of an artist being on a label during the early stage of his career? Because more times with the CBC, if an artist comes fresher, they come with some energy, and that's their fire stage. So they produce their hit songs on the fire stage. And on the fire stage, because they are hungry, they get signed up on a label, and quote unquote, they are on a slave contract. So they get the best out during that time. And then in the middle of somewhere, issues come out when they leave. They get kicked out of the game because they've literally given out all their flesh in the first 3 or 4 years or 5 years of their career, and they're out. So most of the times when they get kicked out, they don't come as bigger as how they were 3 or 2 years ago. So they advise that they start off on a label, or they manage now with digital stores and
Prince
all that,
Osei,
manage their own catalog. Yeah.
You get any reference? Reference go nice, you know.
Yeah, I mean, for instance, let's say Sifa, the newest, that's the latest one on the blog right now. I mean, she had the best 5 songs under the Black's label, and now she has label issues. Now she's leaving, and now she's almost kicked out. Okay, now when she's done, will she getting to the top like where she was would be a problem. So there are many others, but the process now is Sifa. So what would you advise the new artists that are coming up?
Thank you so much. Prince, right?
Yeah,
Prince. Yeah.
Prince, thank you so much. You know, that is why most of the times I talk about these things, but I don't know who pays attention to it, because you see, I tell people that I recorded songs that I thought were going to be like big songs, and because I didn't have anybody, you know, the songs didn't go anywhere. But I didn't give up. I was just trying to study about this job that I wanted to do, to make sure that I know much about the work. When I started speaking, and I urge everybody to start reading about The Richest Man in Babylon, the book. You know, it's good. You know me, I feel sometimes I see books with just headings, and I feel like I don't even check whatever, but the headings even makes me, or the labels on the books make me feel like, okay, cool. I like stuff like this. You see, when you don't just wake up and want to find a shortcut.
Africano, big up.
In life.
Rough.
You might see certain things as
consistency is serious.
Because, bro, make you not lie to ourselves. Most of the artists, plenty of them go school finish where they go maybe some course, they go do some, H&R and whatever, and a whole lot. They enter university, they learn past research. But because of the system, some of them chose the path to go this way. Because they feel, okay, I can sing small. People say I can sing in church, so let me just see. So, and we have this culture we've taught every Ghanaian artist. You have to be humble. You have to be humble. Bro, in business, there's no humility there. Don't let anybody lie to you. When there's $100 million to be taken, you see, all these things I'm saying are problems leading to what you are talking about. When you don't study about the job that you're about to pursue or take on, this is what you're going through. And you might think that, maybe your former label is sabotaging you because now they don't want you. No. You just didn't understand the job. Because, bro, a song can come to you once in a lifetime. That's why now people are even on T-Pain's neck. They're using auto-tune to even fight him and stuff like that. That his voice is blah, blah. Because if it comes and you take opportunity, the best opportunity out of that, there is no way you find yourself wanting when you want to move. But if you are the type that listens to people, oh no, you have to get a record label, and the record label, there are artists that go on record label and you don't see it reflect in their life. Because me, if I'm on a record label, I believe I should fly in private jets and helicopters and, moving in submarines and things, because that is what it should be on my contract. But if I don't get all those things that will make me feel comfortable, but I want to do it because I want Ghanaians to know that I've been signed on a record label. Bro, you leave the label and come back to track one. Because the label themselves, they want to make money out of you. They want to milk you. I have a whole lot of examples that I can cite about international artists, not even in Africa, that got themselves into record. That's why most of the American artists are creating their own labels. And they are going on affiliation agreements with these labels. So yes, I won't shatter movements. If maybe I want to work with Sonny needs to come 50% with me. Okay, I'll take this and you take this. Then we work together. Both of us make the same money. But if you don't study about these things, you find yourself wanting. So I would say, if an artist is going through a process like that, like the way maybe I'm talking about my own sister, Sefa, D Black wouldn't wake up and go and sit on a radio station or call radio presenters and say, don't play Sefa's music. But was Sefa prepared to leave the record label before she left? Am I being like clear here? So you see, it amounts to that, and that is why most artists find themselves like sometimes you the fans feel disappointed because you feel like, oh, Charlie, this guy then he sing wow, but what happened to him? No, some of them were not ready before they left the record label. If I'm working with a record label and I've not made $10 million, why do I have to leave the record label? So that people could see my ass. No, I go do that. And make sure, because I want to milk something out of them too. Because record labels, yes, it's good. They give you the leverage and everything and whatever you want. But bro, I know if you go to the record label and you can't tell me, say, the water I drink, one be $5,000. And this one, you can't tell anybody the secret. You keep it to yourself. The hotel, maybe you go sleep, they go fit you say $18,000, the $50,000. You can't complain. And when you watch the hotel, maybe you go check the hotel, them page them, maybe $150. So this is what is happening. So you just have to be prepared for anything. It's choices in life, whatever you choose and how you go about it. So the advice I'll give to artists that are on labels is that if they know they've not milked anything out of their labels, they shouldn't come out of their labels. They should be there because that's the path they chose. Some of us, we studied about the job, so that's why we know how to handle ourselves like a record label. That's why I'm an indie artist, but people even think that I'm on a label because I'm living the life of
a label artist.
Yes, because if somebody would have to first. Even if I buy, if I buy a house, I feel that people say this house is small too much. This one is small. This one they bring like Jay-Z come here, go see I be small boy. You know some. But now where are they? The people say apart from maybe a few celebrities I know that are my friends, the businessmen that are brought into my when we are talking well. You know, we are talking like, you know. Mm-hmm. I could tell you, you know. So praise, thanks so much for the question, man. Like that. Or if you have something to say too, maybe you want to add something. What I've said.
Prince, you be satisfied?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm satisfied. Yeah. So right. I think. So then you want to advise them what will work for them, what will work for, or they should study the game and then what works for anyone. They should pick it up and then follow suit and not rush out. So yeah, I'm satisfied.
Yes, and they come see to be an independent artist is just hard, you know. But all you have to do is, you know, just understand that you are going to go through, you know, some sort of hell and back problems. But if you are serious with this business, you won't be looking for that 1 year chance to just get rich. You know, it's not a get rich scheme that we are using here. You understand me? It's about timing. And I mean, if Shatawali can wait for 10 years, you know, one time I was talking to Gasmila and he was telling me that, you know, after his first song, before he came to play Telemo, it took him 2 years to get that hit, you know, and when he got it, it was like, hey, Shatta, you try, you wait for 10 years, you know, it's timing, you understand me? And you have to just wait for it. And music is spiritual. It's not something that you can do now and say you have done iPhone, you are selling, so people should come and buy. It's not like that, you know, it's something that is, you know, on a spiritual side. So I would say, yes, like what you are saying, you know, they should be well abreast with, you know, being a musician, you know, not just, you know, some of the musicians, their problem is, Kwame Fajins, two people, Timbaland, but you know, it's not like that here, you know. So I think what you said is that they should educate themselves well and, you know, they can get into this thing well.
Okay. The Don, enter.
Yo, Fire, how you doing?
Bless up, bro.
Yo, Shatta, what's up?
Maggie, everything cool.
Yeah, Shatta, it's about Artist of the Year. Normally for the past years now, the artists whether they win the Artist of the Year after the winner finish, you know, go hear nothing major from them. Like they know they do nothing much. Like they go on the low. Then maybe next year they go start they do album rollout and things like. What's about that? Like, what that they mean? Because sometimes I feel like if you win Artist of the Year, after you win now, like if you do something, you know, if you don't want to do much like an album, do something like EP, or maybe try to do an album, you know, because you be artist. You know, you do the work for your fans too, you know, they feel you. Personally, I feel like last year, like the Stoneboy winner, you know, with some good songs, competitive ones, we take winner, well deserved. But to be honest, it not really do much, you know, after that. Right now, to can promise can win the year not end yet, but hopefully go do something. If you not do something there, we go see. But what that really they mean, you know?
Well, you know, I think before you came here, I spoke about some few things, you know, like as opportunities that is aligned with like being an artist of the year. Like, you know, when, you know, at least they endorse you as an artist of the year, you know, it's a privilege and it's a good look, you know, for the brand and everything, you know. But for here, you see, with the mindset we have with being an artist of the year, it's a competition mindset, you know, and that is, I'm not saying business shouldn't be competitive, but with what we are doing here, it's just about us showing that I am better than you. And that is where I'll bring God in and say, because there's no love in here, So everybody feels he's better than the next person. You understand me? As we are all here, I'm talking to everybody here, like my brothers and sisters. Like, I'm not feeling like I'm too big to come and talk on Fire 6 platform or something. So all the problems you are seeing that are arising, or from how things are going and you're not getting it clear, is a picture of I am better than you. That is why you are not seeing the progress, because you feel, oh, if you win Artist of the Year, at least your things should be like, you should be doing stuff, you know. But we've painted a picture for the industry that if you want to be an Artist of the Year, you should be doing more shows outside. Great idea, beautiful. Are we counting the cash outs too? No. Are we looking at the how do you call it? Or how do you use it? Are we looking at the impact? No. We are in a competitive kind of, I won't put only competitive, I would say negative competitive kind of environment where we never want to apply the positive to the competition, but we want to make negative. And the negative will always make us draw certain lines and feel those are the lines. For instance, if I say let's go to a flower and we are using the Tema road and you tell me we should use the Carnation road, but me will have problem. And that is where we are. That is where we are in our industry. Like, we've painted certain pictures that are not the right pictures. So the artists themselves, when they win Artist of the Year, the pressure on them doesn't make them release the kind of things the consumers want anymore. So you feel like, but why you win Artist of the Year? Why you know they? Because the person himself feels, yeah, like now I'm better than you. I told you I'm better than you. Now, you know, you are better than me, you are better than me, or we know that you went to beg, oh, please give it to me. If you don't give it to me, people will laugh at me. There are artists in Ghana that are doing that every day, because that is what they want. And you see, my granddad told me something some time ago, that be careful of the load you put on your head. Be careful of the load that you put on your head, because you might think what you have carried is the gold. But when you be public toilet can cry, we don't answer. And all the numb. You understand me? What am I saying? I'm just saying that when you are in that negative competitive mode, you win Artist of the Year, and the pressure on your head is, hey, next year I need to prove them well. Hey, next year I need to win. Next year you won't win. Next year you win. Next year you win. By 5 years now, I break. Because you don't have the knowledge about the business itself. That, oh no, I'm a billionaire. They said my business is the best business, you know, throughout the year. And they give me an award as Best Excellence Business of the Year. Perfect. Because your mindset is on making your billions. You don't have that negative competitive mind, but you have like a positive mindset to grow the business more. Next year, they can give you, every year you can even win the award because you are working hard. It's reflecting. They are seeing your business, how from the genesis and how the growth of the business has been. So what you're saying is a big problem to you, and I understand it. Like, so that you feel like, man, Artist of the Year, there are certain things. Yes, they always do the certain things that they feel that is right, but those are the wrong paths. Because the pressure is that I need to go here, I need to go on this interview, I need to do this, I need to go on this platform, I need to do this and do this, so that they know that as I want, I'm just, so things are going on. They know in their hearts that things are not going on. Nothing is going on. We be unconscious. It's a different direction they've taken. And that's why Shatta has won Artist of the Year. I never went to that platform to pick an award. Just because, oh, thank you, Charlie. Nice. Oh, I did a song about me not need no award, but then give me award, Artist of the Year. Hey, Shatta House, thank you for the award. I did a song around it for people to know that, oh, thank you, but I see the award. that is not what is going to determine my pocket. So I have the positive mindset of, oh, okay, cool.